Good evening and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. It's Gateshead versus Kidderminster National League action, and you will not miss a kick here with us on the Heed Army podcast. And of course, our commentary is being carried on the National League streaming service as well. So whether you're listening in or watching in, thank you for joining us. We hope that you enjoy this evening's game. It's a mild evening here on Tyneside. Say mid-September, we'll not see many evenings like this here going forward into the rest of the season. But that said, hopefully the football will be hot, and we want you to be fully involved. Those that are listening on YouTube, you can send us a message live. Let us know where you are listening from in the world. We've got Sean Parry. He's put, good evening, lads. Come on, Gateshead. At the moment, we don't have our regular co-commentator. Mark Carruthers was unable to be here tonight, and we are going to be joined by two popular YouTubers from Pitchside. They'll be joining us in the second half. They're doing like a challenge here at Gateshead International Stadium, and at the moment, I don't know if the camera's on, but the one of them is dressed as the mascot, and he's trying to get the crowd all pumped up here at Gateshead International Stadium. He's doing a fine job. But in the second half, we will be joined by them. I do have the teams here in front of me. I'll go through them now quickly, and I'll go through them again when the teams do come back out. Kidderminster still going through their warm-up. Gateshead, nearly all of them have went back into the changing room. But this is how Kidderminster line up this evening. Christian Dibble in goal. Caleb Richards is wearing number 3. Number 4 is Nate Percival. 5 is Captain Christian Pearce. Reese McNally wears number 6. Joe Leasley, who I believe is the only player that has a goal to his name in the starting lineup, wears number 8. Ashley Hemmings 10. Jack Lambert at number 11. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain wears number 12. 18 is Kaya Lismore, and 22 is Barry Maguire. On the bench is Alex Penny, Kieran Phillips, Amaury Morgan-Smith, Zach Brown, and Gary McDonough. And for Gateshead, this is how they line up. Archie Mayer is in goal wearing number 1. Kent Richardson wears number 5. It's Robbie Tinkler wears number 2. Joe Grayson, 18. Jordan Hunter, 15. Luke Hannon, 19. Ed Francis wears number 8. Regan Booty wears number 3. And 1 second. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I just got distracted there. We were selling a woolly bear. Captain Greg Ollie wears number 10. Stephen Wern, 11. Marcus Denanga, the bear himself, wears number 9. And on the bench, it's a strong bench. Louis Story, Tom Allen, Aidan Rutledge, Conor McBride, and Billy Chadwick. So Gateshead have a strength in depth there on the bench. And we'll see if Gateshead need to use them throughout the game. But at the moment, the only thing that's missing is you. As I say, we know that the crowd is a little bit down at this point in time. Of course, our neighbours are in Champions League action. And there's an early kickoff, and that... obviously, the big interest on Tyneside, but I'm sure people will be dashing along here to Gateshead International Stadium to see how it's done from the Heed. A little bit of housekeeping for the Heed Army podcast. If you would like to join us on Thursday evening, I'm going to try and ask the Pitchside lads, who are ironically standing pitchside at the moment, if they might like to join us and talk about their evening here, where they're doing challenges. I bring them believe they're going to be doing a crossbar challenge at half-time. So, yeah, it's going to be all to talk about. We'll be talking about this game, and, of course, we'll be previewing the home game against Maidenhead on Saturday. So if you aren't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And we'd love you to hit our socials as well. So have a little watch this.
The Heat Army podcast needs your help. No, we don't need money. All we need is you to do one simple thing. It'll take less than a second. If you could hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share whatever post that we put up regarding Gateshead Football Club, it'll go a long way in helping the show build and ultimately helping us push the club to the moon.
There was some filming around the side of the pitch now.
Well, just as we mentioned before, the two lads from Pitchside, they're doing their recording for their popular show on YouTube. So if you'd like to tune into that later this week and see how their evening gets on here on Tyneside, be absolutely fantastic. I'm sure they seem to be having lots of smile on their faces. They seem to be having a good laugh. So we'll see how they get on. And I don't know, yours truly might even feature on that. Because they are doing some commentary in the second half, as I mentioned before. But I was talking to my counterparts here from Kidderminster, and they were telling me that they're having a real struggle in front of goal this season. Only 4 goals in 9 games, and there's only one player on the pitch that has scored so far this season for Kidderminster Harriers, and that is Joe Leasley. And they'll be wanting to definitely get into the goal-scoring spirit here at Gateshead Stadium. So will they be able to do that? We'll find out very, very soon. We are hoping to have a co-commentator at the moment. Apologies, you just having to hear me waffle on at the moment. Our regular co-commentator, Mark Carruthers, was unable to attend. And we miss him. He's a good one. But we hopefully might be able to get a late substitute in for the first half. But if not, I'm sure I can bring you the game by myself. But it's always nice to have another voice to listen to. We are about, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown on commentary here. The mascot is going to do a dash here on the pitch, and he's very slow, very, very slow. He's hamping it up. I think he's got some speed in him, but we'll see later on. But if you are just joining us, of course, full match commentary here between Gateshead and the Kidderminster Harriers. Plenty of games between these two sides over the years, whether it be in the National League or the Conference, as it was once known. And great competitive games between the two sides. And it looks as if Kidderminster will be in their classic red and white strips. It used to be half and half. I don't know what this season's looks like, but I'm sure it'll be in the vein of their normal home tops. Always very nice shirt. And Gateshead, of course, made their shirts made by Patrick, partners of the Heat Army podcast. And what a fantastic shirt that is. I'm hoping to grab mine before the end of the game so I can wear it on the beach in Mallorca next week. So if you want to look the best, you've got to wear the best. So not long waiting for the teams to come out here. The mascot challenge, as it looks like, he doesn't seem to be hamping up the crowd too much here. But we'll keep an eye on him. So yeah. But if you do want to join the Heat Army podcast, as I mentioned before, course, we know we're going out on the National League streaming service. We'd love you to join us if you'd like to talk. And Kidderminster fans as well. We'd love you to join us and talk about this game. So we'd like to hear from away fans and talk to away fans as well. It's a very open podcast. We'd like to speak to everybody, and everybody is welcome. So please do join us. That will be absolutely lovely. And as I mentioned, still seem a little bit quiet here in the Tynemere stand at Gateshead Stadium. Of course, our neighbours are in Champions League action against AC Milan at the moment. And for anyone that is inclined or interested in that, it is AC Milan 0, Newcastle United 0. But we all know this will be the better game on Tyneside this evening. Gateshead versus Kidderminster Harriers. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Not at all. Let's just have a little look along the stand there. Former Mayor Michael Hood sat in the stand. Lovely man. And I'll see if we've got any more celebrities to spot. None at the moment. But if you are just joining us, of course, it is full match commentary, Gateshead versus Kidderminster Harriers. We'll go through the teams very soon, and we're hoping for the teams to come out momentarily. It's a perfect night for football. Feels more like an August night. I know we're only in September, but it gets quite nippy here at Gateshead International Stadium, right on the banks of the Tyne. The wind normally howls up into here, but tonight it's mild. And when it's mild, we'll take full advantage and enjoy the warm breeze. But it won't stay like this for long. There's a Laurel and Hardy, Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, plays over the tannoy. A favourite of Gateshead fans over the years to sing in the stand. Don't ask me why. Unless Stan Laurel was a big Gateshead fan. Well, now I heard the referee's whistle. We are about to get underway here soon at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead versus Kidderminster Harriers, National League action. And you won't miss a kick with us either on the Heed Army podcast audio stream or on National League TV streaming service. And we thank you for whichever way you're joining us here this evening. And just remember, if you are interested in Gateshead or Kidderminster Harriers, get along to a game, whether it be down at Kidderminster or Gateshead. The best place to be is in the stand, seeing it in the flesh. And I can confirm that the result in Milan is 0-0. Will that be the scoreline here? You can send in your predictions if you're watching on YouTube. But former Gateshead player Russell Penn has just come out, got a warm reception from the travelling Kiddie fans. Of course, former player for both teams. Great servant, great player in his day, and proven to be a decent manager. Once again, apologies. I'm here by myself tonight. My name is David Gaddis. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you on the National League TV streaming service and, of course, the Heed Army podcast audio stream on YouTube. We normally have Mark Carruthers here with us. He was unable to attend, and we were hoping to have one of the players with us, Gator player, but they've all went a little bit mic shy, or camera shy, as it were. So we were hoping to be able to collar somebody, but if not, it'll just be me in the first half. In the second half, we will have some YouTubers from pitchside that will be joining us. And now, Gateshead come out of the tunnel, led by Greg Ollie. And this is how Gateshead line up this evening. Archie Mayer in goal, Kenton Richardson, Robbie Tinkler, Joe Grayson and Jordan Hunter, Luke Hannant, Ed Francis, Regan Booty, the captain, Greg Ollie, Stephen Wern and Marcus Tindanga make up the starting lineup. On the bench for Gateshead is Louis Story, Tom Allen, Aidan Rutledge, Conor McBride and Billy Chadwick. For the visitors, it's Christian Dibble in goal, Caleb Richards, Nat Knight Percival, Christian Pearce is the captain, Reese McNally is wearing number 6, Joe Leasley wears number 8, Ashley Hemmings 10, Jack Lambert 11, and I'm sure that's the same Jack Lambert that was at Darlington. I might be wrong. We've got Christian Oxley-Chamberlain, Kai Lismore and Barry Maguire make up the starting lineup. On the bench, it's Alex Penny, Kieran Phillips, Amari Morgan-Smith, Zach Brown and Gary McDonough. So there we go. This is how we line up, and we are waiting for everybody now to take their seats, waiting for the referee to get the two captains together, and we will be underway under the lights here on Tyneside. Gateshead versus Kidderminster Harriers, National League action. There's nothing more you'd rather see. You can keep your Champions League Milan stuff. This is where it's really at. And a big shout out to one of the co-hosts on the Heed Army podcast. He's the head ranger up on the Isle of May. And he couldn't get off the island today for bad winds and choppy sea. The boats wouldn't get to the island. So he's having to tune in, couldn't be here in person. So we send our love to Davey. He's out there on the island with seals and probably a few beers as well. But devastated he couldn't make it here today. But for those of you listening and watching, this is the next best thing, and we'll call it as we see it. There's no rose-tinted glasses here. We will give you the game as it is. And at the moment, it is Christian Pearce and Greg Ollie just doing the handshakes. It looks as though Gateshead will be shooting towards the River Tyne and Kidderminster towards the Felon end. And they're in a huddle at the moment, Kidderminster Harriers. And it looks as if Kidderminster will be kicking us off here at Gateshead International Stadium. And it is Jack Lambert that signed from Darlington. I have commentated on Jack Lambert once before when he was on loan at Hebburn Town. And he came on in a fifth, or maybe in the quarterfinals or the fifth round of the FA Trophy. But we're about to get underway here at Gateshead International Stadium. And that is a very nice strip from Kidderminster Harriers. The kiddie strip is nice. It's a modern take on their classic colours. But Gateshead in their Patrick strips, all white, black trim, black socks, black shorts. And we're underway. As the ball is intercepted by Regan Booty. Plays it out to Hunter on the far side. Francis gives it to Booty in the centre of the pitch. Plays it back to Grayson under pressure. Plays the ball long for Denanga to get onto a foot race, but the keeper comes out the edge of his box, scoops it up, and Gateshead looking to try and open up the channels early on here. Well, Christian Dibble launches the ball up, hangs up in the air somewhat there. The ball's nodded forward. Denanga would have been offside if he had went for that. Goes all the way back through to Dibble. Dibble going to kick it from outside his area. Right up. It went very long. Grayson wins the header. Kicked on by Booty. And Kidderminster can just try and regroup with the ball here as it's been kept in by Pearce. Pearce tries to play it off Wern and it rolls out for a kiddie throw. If you're just joining us, we're into the second minute and 0-0. Unsurprisingly. It's not often you get a really early goal, but when you do, it's exciting. As Grayson plays the ball down, intercepted by Kidderminster, plays it off Regan Booty and out for a throw, as it's been quickly taken by Maguire. Oh no, he hasn't. It isn't Maguire. I apologise. It's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain launches it down there. Booty plays the ball back. It's heavy. It's going to be kept in. Hannant receives the ball under pressure. Gateshead play it out and play it away, but Christian Pearce can head it up and couldn't direct it, and out it went for a throw. Good pressure from Kidderminster. They've obviously watched Gateshead. They know that they like to have the ball and pass it around the back. They're trying not to let Gateshead have as much time as they like. There's Wern, lovely little touch inside, ball forward to Hannant, cuts inside, Pearce wins the ball, but now it's put it forward to Wern. Wern's got Denanga in the middle, plays it through, oh, it went right through. I think there was a touch there from Knight Percival just to take it away, but Gateshead still in possession, right-hand side. Ollie gives it back and Francis can just keep the ball moving. Richardson inside his own half. Plays the ball forward for Denanga to run to, but Knight Percival's there. Just arcs his body and plays it back to Dibble, who kicks the ball out of play on the far side, throw into Gateshead. Game started at a good pace here from both sides. Gateshead happy to build from the back with Tinkler. Now it's with Richardson. Still has the ball. There's the ball forward to Denanga. The ball off. Oh, it's Denanga chasing it there. There's appeals for a foul there from Russell Penn, but Kidderminster deal with it and play it off Ollie for a throw on the far side. Did look like there was a shirt pull in there, but they were both tussling for it. As we wait for Oxlade-Chamberlain to fasten his lace. He's back up now. Gateshead scoop the ball forward, but it's going to be brought down. Ollie fouls Knight Percival on the far side, I think it is. And it's a free kick to Kidderminster Harriers. Once again, thank you for joining us this evening, whether it be on the Heed Army podcast audio stream or on the National League TV streaming service. It's always a pleasure and an honour to bring these games to fans far and wide, no matter the team you support. As Knight Percival pings this ball up towards the front men, it's going to be too much on it, and out it goes for a goal kick. You can see what they're trying to do there, trying to exploit, trying to get behind the Gateshead defence. The pass was just a little bit too heavy, but as we mentioned before, Kidderminster definitely set out and prepared for Gateshead playing out from the back with the high press. As Francis plays it to Booty. Booty out to Richardson. Gateshead very calm with the ball at the back. Happy to build and wait for movement in front of them. Gaps to appear. Ollie plays it back to Booty. Booty plays it back to Mayer. Mayer, a little touch to Tinkler. Gateshead happy to build. Just pass it around. Let the ball do the work. As now Grayson can carry the ball forward. Plays it inside to Francis. Francis has options. Puts it off there. Oh, lovely one-touch football from Gateshead. As they keep the ball moving. Kent Richardson puts it out to the right-hand side. Jordan Hunter cuts inside with the ball. Looks up, looking for a runner. Denanga lays it to Ollie. Back to Hunter. Hunter back to Ollie. Gateshead giving a masterclass in passing at the moment. There's a ball still going through as Ollie gets it to Denanga. Denanga, can he lay it off? Gets it back to Ollie. Ollie sees the run of Richardson. Now Booty. Booty plays it inside to Wern. Wern tries to thread it through and he has. Ollie pulls it back. Denanga! The Bear is roaring and it's 1-0 to Gateshead. It was too easy. The passing was fluid. It was quick. And they carved open Kidderminster Harriers like a Sunday roast. Beautiful stuff from Gateshead. It was sublime. I hope everyone sees that on the highlights, or there's a replay of that on the National League streaming service. But wow, Gateshead dominant in the passing, one-touch football. It was a beautiful thing to see. As the crowd sings "Feed the Bear" and he will score. And at the moment, Denanga's hungry.
Number 9, Marcus Denanga.
Well, what do Kidderminster have in reply as the ball's passed back to Dibble? Well, Kidderminster happy to pass it back themselves. They've got a very high line at the moment, Kidderminster. But the ball goes out of play for a Gateshead throw on the far side, right-hand side of the pitch for Gateshead, as Tinkler receives the ball. Gateshead just happy to pass it around again. Let the gaps appear as the ball moves. Francis. Back to Tinkler. Back to Mayer. Oh, and Mayer just got there. It was a little bit under hit. And that's the risk Gateshead are willing to take. Mike Williamson was speaking at a talk-in a few weeks ago, and he said he's comfortable to accept the risks, but the passing has to be with conviction. But Booty now gets the ball to Denanga, lays it back to Booty, ball through. Oh, it nearly went through to the run of Ollie. But Kidderminster do well to disrupt, and a free kick has been given there. Denanga fouled Lissamore. But what a start from Gateshead. 8 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Kidderminster 0. Oh, we wait for this free kick to be taken. Knight Percival stands over it. This is an opportunity for them to get the ball forward up towards the bigger men. As nodded on. Can Gateshead deal with it in the box. Nodded on again and hasn't been fully dealt with, but the ball does actually come through there. Gateshead held themselves well. But they showed an aerial threat there, did Kidderminster Harriers. And they'll be wanting to try and use that and exploit that later in the game. As now the ball is with Kent Richardson. Ollie to Hunter. Hunter back down the line to Richardson. Lovely passing from Gateshead. It's slick, it's fast, and now they're on the break on the left-hand side as Hannant is showing for Booty, but he goes into the middle. Oh, and he tried to put a ball in towards the on-running Stephen Wern. Well, the ball goes out of play carelessly by Kidderminster, and Gateshead are back in possession. Francis has acres of space, puts it across towards Richardson. Francis. Back to Richardson. Gateshead dictating the pace in this game. They're speeding it up and they're slowing it down. Well, Cow Daly has just joined us on the YouTube stream, and Marcus Denanga scored a beautifully. Well, he was on the end of a beautiful pass, but the work, the build-up play to that goal is absolutely sublime. And looking forward to being able to see that on the highlights tomorrow. But Gateshead, as is the Gateshead way, build from the back. This is the process. Archie Mayer has the ball. Now plays it to Tinkler. As Ashley Hemmings was threatening to get a tackle in there, but back again to Tinkler from Mayer. They've passed it around. Francis gets it to Booty. Booty under pressure, but plays it, laid it off to Wern, and Wern has seen the run of Hannant. He's still driving with him. Hannant goes in the inside, but Wern just has to check his run, plays it inside to Booty. Booty to Francis. Lovely stuff from Gateshead. Keep it going. Now the ball on the far side as Richardson. They just seem to get forward in numbers and then like to pass it around to assert dominance in that area of the pitch is one way to describe it. But the ball there, well intercepted by Kidderminster, and they're going to try and build down the right-hand side of their own pitch. Plays it down the line. Ball forward, up in the air. And Grayson nods it forward. He had time to deal with that, and now Leasley drives forward with the ball. Can he pull it across? Well, there is a man in the box area now. Leasley's still going. He's still trying to run it around with it. Out to the far side. Kidderminster driving into the box. Can they get the cross in? There's a number of men waiting in the area. And Richards is dancing with the ball, where he's being forced out towards the touchline. And now Kidderminster enjoying a spell of possession. And they want to get the ball forward as the captain, Pierce, gives it to his teammate. Back to Pierce. And Gateshead have kept Kidderminster from getting forward, but now they move forward with Oxlade Chamberlain. Gets it out to Leasley. Can he put a delivery in there? Hemmings is waiting. Just holds himself up, gets the cross in. It's nodded clear. Second ball put back in by Kidderminster, though. Nodded clear again. And Ollie just manages to flick that on, but it's going to be picked up by Barry Maguire. Best spell of possession we've seen so far from Kidderminster. And some tidy football as they try and break down the left ball into the middle. There's Ashley Hemmings, and he was offside, but his finish was past the post anyway. Dale Iverson has sent us a message saying, can you ask anyone know why we always shoot towards the tyne and the first half and Fell end the second end? I'm not sure. I can't think it being a tactical thing. Maybe it's just tradition. There's the ball played forward by Tinkler, picks out Denanga. Denanga holds it up well, gets it to Ollie. Ollie has to do it well. He got dispossessed there. Ollie needs to be stronger, but Gateshead win the ball back now. And Ollie, if he looks up, he's got the run of Hannant, but he played it to Wern, and Gateshead still in possession. Grayson plays it forward the halfway line. Ollie with a lovely little flick, and Denanga didn't anticipate it, but I think he would have been asking a bit much to get that way. Or someone's guessing that the pitch slopes to Tyneside, I think. I don't think it does. Gateshead fans in fine voice. There is a great travelling contingent that's come up from Kidderminster as well. There's Oxlade Chamberlain tries to get it through to Hemmings. There is a Kidderminster player down at the moment. I think it's Leasley. He's back up onto his feet. And there's a free kick being given against Gateshead right in front of the Kidderminster dugout. Mike Williamson doesn't agree with that one. Oxlade Chamberlain puts it across to Knight Percival. Turn in midfield from Jack Lambert. Plays the ball forward, but Tinkler's there just to mop it up. Tinkler gives it to Richardson. Francis under pressure. Plays it back to Mayer. Mayer out to Tinkler. Gateshead growing in confidence, passing it around the back as the ball, crossfield ball though, didn't go well. Oxlade-Chamberlain left it to go out, and it's a throw in just in front of the Gateshead dugout to Kidderminster. Chamberlain gets the ball back, tries to dance past the man, turns around, lays it off, as Denanga does very well. Was he fouled? He was, and Pierce is going to get a yellow card here. Oh no, he isn't. Looked like the referee's put his hand in his pocket, but Gateshead took it quickly. Wern, tries to get past, but it falls back to Ollie. Ollie tries to get past himself, and just too many red shirts Gateshead run into, and Tinkler can just get this under control at the back. Plays it across to Archie Mayer. Big Scotsman on loan from Norwich City for the season. Richardson goes long, looking towards Denanga. Didn't get there, but Ollie's going to pick up the ball in midfield. Lays it off. Now it's carried forward, and Gateshead on the attack. And inch perfect tackle there on Francis. And Kidderminster can try and build down the left-hand side themselves. Look against a couple of Gateshead players. Ball through all the way to Archie Mayer. And that isn't going to worry anybody. 16 minutes gone. It's Gateshead 1, Kidderminster 0. Marcus Denanga finishing off a lovely passing display from Gateshead front to back. And it ended up in the back of the net. Well, Denanga lovely chested down, man on the left and the right. It comes out to the left. Wern chests it down. Chamberlain's back to try and stop him, but he cuts inside. Wern into the middle to Ollie. Ollie tried to lay it through. And if that had come off, that would have been another contender for goal of the season, the way they're passing it around the box. But Gateshead still in possession. Francis in the centre circle. Out to Kent Richardson, right-hand side of the pitch, just on the halfway line. Takes a little touch, brings it in back to Francis. Tinkler plays it all the way back to Archie Mayer, the sweeper keeper. As you can see, Gateshead will pass it on their terms. There's the ball from Mayer, goes long this time under pressure. Pierce gets it under control, gets it out, but Booty couldn't get the ball there, and now Kidderminster on the attack on the far side. It's Lambert. Gets the ball down to the dead ball line, crosses it in. It's a dangerous one. And Grayson was there just to take it away from Leasley, but Kidderminster still have the ball. Pierce just thinks different about putting the ball into the box. Knight Percival puts it out to the left-hand side. And now they can try and build through Caleb Richards, who puts a cross into the box. Keeper comes out, takes it well in the air. Kidderminster showing they can build as well. Very dangerous from the flanks. They've put in some good crosses so far in this game, but nothing that is really troubling the Gateshead goalkeeper. Well, and the ball comes back to Mayer. Wern got it to Ollie. Ollie brings it down. He's doing some headers there to try and control it, but couldn't get the final touch, and it was taken away from him by Barry Maguire. So on the far side, and now Lambert, if he looks up, he's got a man here on the right-hand side. He spots him, but it's an awful pass, and out it goes straight for a throw to Gateshead. Well, from a Gateshead perspective, I'd be very happy that went out, because Chamberlain would have had a bit of area to run into there. But now Gateshead build again, passing it around the back. Richardson back to Mayer. Patient style. The Tynesiders as Gateshead put the ball over the top. Denanga, he's in a tussle here, and he comes away with the ball. He's held it up on the touchline. Gets it to Ollie. Ollie gets it back to Denanga. Can Gateshead pass their way forward? And they have the ball now. Wern shows for it, turns, lays it out onto the far side. Denanga now. He's got Hunter in the middle, but chooses to pass it back to Francis, ball over the top now, and it's going to fall to Wern. Can he finish it? Oh, keeper makes himself big. It's a lovely move, but Christian Dibble, well, pulled off an absolutely fantastic save, got himself big, and wide it goes for a corner. Well, as Stephen Wern's song starts up to the tune of ABBA. 20 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Kidderminster 0 here on the He Don't We podcast and National League streaming service. As the ball is about to be, I think it's going to be whipped in by Francis. It goes for a shot, and oh, it's wide. Goal kick to Kiddy. Once again, a massive thank you to everyone that has joined us, both on the He Don't We podcast audio stream and on the National League streaming service. If you've enjoyed it so far, please feel free to subscribe. Join us on the regular show on Thursday evening, where myself, Steely, and Mickey go through the week that was of Gateshead, and we have guests aplenty. Players, former Premier League referees. We've had them all. As the ball comes through to Ollie, it's just a little bit too much on it. Oh, and Knight Percival dipped his head down, ball over the top. And now Ollie, he's chasing through, edge of the box, pulls it across. What a finish! Greg Ollie, the captain, leads by example and doubles the advantage. Gateshead 2, Kidderminster 0. Struck it as sweet as you like from the edge of the area. Dibble didn't have a chance, and Gateshead are in cruise control at the moment. Well, both Denanga and Ollie linking up again there, and it's just lovely to see at the moment. It's enjoyable football from Gateshead. But Kidderminster, they'll be worried in case the floodgates open here. They're not having the greatest time in front of goal themselves. Dibble having a word with the referee there. I don't know what for, but as it stands, Gateshead 2, Kidderminster Harriers 0. 22 minutes gone, and we've got a game on our hands. Well, Denanga nearly got the ball to Ollie. Ollie's playing like a shadow striker today. As Grayson sees the ball. Well, he didn't see the ball out. It was a good touch from Leasley. Very good player, Joe Leasley. Seen him a number of times. Always gives you a tough game when he's playing against you. There's Gateshead. Played out to Ollie. Ollie with a little touch. Is that a little bit too heavy to get out to the wing back? It is. And Kidderminster battling to keep the ball in, driving backwards. I think it's Lambert's going to play it all the way back to Dibble. To Bobbler. He's under pressure though from Stephen Wern. He had to clear it. The outside of the boot. Leasley puts it back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Plays it back to Dibble. Dibble again. Very one-footed. He's only got that left foot, it seems. As Hannant couldn't keep the ball in, and out it goes for a throw to the Harriers. Gateshead trying to win the ball back in midfield, but now they can bring it forward through Knight Percival down the left-hand side. Gateshead closing down. They want the ball back. There's Ollie. Does enough to make the man run to another Gateshead player, and Gateshead now can build from the back again as Kenton Richardson receives the ball. Still has it. Not being pressured as much at the moment as the ball comes through to Francis. Lovely touch to Ollie. Gateshead with this one-touch football again. It's lovely to see. And at the moment, it's working out very well. And as I say that, commentator's curse. Out it goes for a throw on the far side. Once again, apologies to Tony May here today. We did hope to have a co-commentator with us, but we couldn't entice one of the players to join us. As our normal co-commentator, Mark Carruthers, is not with us. As Kidderminster now, the ball carried forward by Pearce. Gives it to Leasley. Leasley sees the run. Well, you would look like you've seen the run of Oxlade-Chamberlain. Still got the ball, plays it across to Knight Percival. Knight Percival's just going to keep it in there. Wasn't the greatest pass. Lambert drops deep to get involved. Ball across to the captain, Pierce. So he brings the ball forward. Pierce gets the ball back. He's driving forward with it here. He's playing like Zidane. Plays it in, got it in there, and trickery on the edge of the box. Gets a shot away. Peels for handball, and Gateshead can get the ball away. It was Jack Lambert that had the shot. Hooked clear by Gateshead. Knight Percival puts it back up to Winter Kane, and on the far side, Kitty try and build again, but they build from the back. Well, apparently someone's saying we've got no sound. I hope you can hear us. As at the moment, Kidderminster with the ball. Pierce does well, holds off Denanga. And Judge Joe've got a foul there. I'm not sure exactly why. Come away. So Liz Rudds, apparently she's listening in the car. Oh, sorry. Listening in my car. BBC has no sound. Oh. So yeah, so apology for that. I read it late, but Kidderminster on the attack. They're driving forward now. They've got numbers there forward. The ball comes across to Oxlade-Chamberlain, right-hand side. There's players in the middle making themselves known they want the ball. As Leasley takes the ball down to the dead ball line, crosses it in. It's a dangerous one. Headed clear by Gateshead, and now Wern can bring it down edge of the area. Picks out Denanga. Denanga gives it to Ollie, but the ball just didn't get to him, and they can now try and go forward. As on the far side, Richards tries to get past his man. He does so, puts it into the box, but Gateshead put it out for a corner on the far side. More dangerous from Kidderminster. There's a corner coming in from the far side. I was going to attempt to tell the BBC that they have no sound, but I don't know if they know or not. There's the ball now. Kidderminster edge of the area. It's going to fall now. Maguire gets a shot off, and it takes a deflection over the bar. Another corner. Well, people saying they can hear us just fine. Someone's asking if Chamberlain's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's brother. I believe it is. Well, we wait for this corner to be taken still. 27 minutes gone. Gateshead 2, Kidderminster 0. But Kidderminster just got themselves into the game somewhat here. They're forcing corners as the ball comes in. Headed clear by Gateshead. Brought down by Kidderminster though. Ball comes back out to Leasley. Brings it down on the touchline. Hannon's there to try and cause bother, but the ball did make its way in. Gateshead haven't cleared it yet. Now Francis gets it to Booty. Booty, if he looks up, Denanga's on the run. And now Denanga chases it down. Holds the ball up on the right-hand side. He needs some more white shirts to get forward and support, as he has players there now. Booty in the middle. Plays it back through to Denanga. Denanga, was he pulled down? Referee says no. And it's still underway here. And the referee was adamant there was nothing there, but did look like there was a pull on the shirt. Well, we are still going. Gateshead in possession. Booty in the centre circle. Lovely turn by Wern to keep the ball moving forward. Puts it out to Hunter. Now Richardson's all inside the half at the moment. Andy Mason's listening in from work. Thank you for the message. Francis can carry the ball over the halfway line just inside the centre circle still. Grayson bombs forward on this left-hand side. Booty back to Francis. Gets it very high up the pitch at the moment. Francis gets it back again. Tinkler, the only man bar the goalkeeper, back inside the Gateshead half. Gateshead still in possession as Francis. Well, that was a needless one by Maguire. The referee says play on. Well, that's, yeah, now he pulls it back. Needless little shove there on Francis. Well, Gateshead now. Ball through to Denanga. He's tussling on the edge of the box. And, well, there's certainly a pull on Denanga there to pull him down. Referee and his assistant didn't seem to think so, but from this angle, not blessed with a replay, but contentious, we'll see. It's been a couple of ones that you could see could easily have been given. As Liz Rudd has sent us a message, she said she's seen Gateshead play in 22 or 21 possibly. Maybe in the 21 season. There's the ball over the top, but it's picked up by Oxlade-Chamberlain. And Ollie comes across, ball out for a Harriers throw. If you're just joined us, 30 minutes gone, Gateshead 2. Kidderminster Harriers 0. Denanga and Ollie with the goals. There's now Gateshead. Poke the ball clear, but Pearce is there to tidy up and put the ball back over the top. Oxlade-Chamberlain chases down, but Tinkler's over there, does well, gives it back to Mayer, and Mayer, long kick up the pitch. Ollie's got time to bring it down, gives it to Wern. Wern quickly closed down, but Gateshead still with the ball. Love, oh, handball, surely. And the referee didn't see it as the ball has come off Ollie. And, well, I did say at the beginning, I'm not a rose-tinted glasses commentator, but the referee's having a little shocker. But that's lovely of Kidderminster to give us the ball. Very kind. And Gateshead on the attack. There is Wern still going. Can he put it across to Denanga? Put out behind. And very sporting of Kidderminster Harriers to give us a goal chance for nothing. A little bit tongue-in-cheek there. But that was awful communication from Kidderminster. Well, Dibble prodding the grass before the pitch before he takes this one. Looks like it's going to come across to the right-hand side of the pitch here. That's where all the players have congregated, and over it comes up towards the big men, and it just went straight out of play for a Gateshead throw. Well, throw taken. Wern is the man that shows. Put across to Richardson on the far side. Hunter's showing for him, but it goes out to Hunter now via Ollie. Richardson to Francis. Gateshead with their process. Happy to build at the back, but get the ball back from pressure there and win a throw. Oh, no, didn't. I thought that was going out, but a free kick is given. Again, the foul against Ollie. Well, the referees having words with everybody there. Now we'll get back underway. Well, playing it around the back as Francis gives it out to Richardson. In the middle to Francis. Nice touch to bring it forward. Keeps it moving. Grayson plays it into the centre. Nice touch from Booty to Francis. Gateshead moving the ball nicely again as Francis gets it to Wern. Wern gives it back to Booty to Francis. Grayson just holds it up. Next to the centre circle, plays it through the centre. Oh, nearly got through to Denanga. And Gateshead pick up the ball. They're everywhere and everywhere at the moment. Gateshead just still in possession. Played all the way back Archie Mayer. Grayson shows for him, as does Tinkler. Tinkler gets the ball. Ball up to Ollie. Ollie's lovely little touch out to Richardson. And Ollie plays the ball across to Grayson. Liz Rudd asks, is Amari Morgan-Smith on the bench? He is, but Gateshead on the attack now, and Wern, the ball went straight down the centre. straight through to Dibble. But the crowd appreciate what they've just seen. Russell Penn has been standing on the edge of his area, technical area, barking out instructions. Of course, played many a game here for Gateshead, not as many as he did for Kidderminster, but a fantastic servant nonetheless in his 2 spells. As Gateshead through Booty, play the ball to Grayson. Hannon shows down this left-hand side, but it goes over to the right-hand side. Ollie, back to Richardson. Gateshead just passing the ball around. Mayor gets another touch. There we go. And at the moment, the only thing that's missing is the Olays at the moment, but they've got to keep focused though, as good as they are passing around the back. They need to stay focused and not get too carried away, because Kidderminster do pose a threat. As Lambert dispossessed, and Gateshead, they win a foul on the far side. And if you're just joining us, we're in at the 36th minute. It's Gateshead 2, Kidderminster Harriers 0. Denanga with the opening goal, and Greg Ollie with the second. And Gateshead, has to be said, very comfortable at the moment, but Kidderminster, they've showed flashes of what they can do going forward, but they're not having the greatest time in front of goal so far this season. There's the ball in the centre, given to Leasley. Leasley quickly closed down. Wern gets the ball. Grayson quickly looked around, laid it off to Francis, and Francis can carry the ball forward 20 yards, gives it to Ollie. Ollie tries to get it through. He gets the ball back, and Judge Joe fouled one of the Kidderminster players, Caleb Richards there. Or Caleb, should I say. As now they try and get on the attack on the far side. It's Jack Lambert tries to get past the Gateshead player and fouls him in the process. And it is another free kick to Gateshead. So you can see Aidan Rutledge warming up down the touchline, as is Amari Morgan-Smith. 2 strikers itching to get onto the pitch. Will we see either of them in the second half? Could there be a change at half time? Kidderminster will need to get into this game. They'll be hoping to go in at just 2-0 down. There's a ball over the top, looking for the run of Denanga. The ball just skips away though, and that will go out for a goal kick. Well, Dibble puts the ball down. Gives it short. Chamberlain drops deep to get to it, and he's dispossessed, but the ball comes off the feet of Wern, out for a throw. And I see a long throw here. Launched up towards Leasley, who holds the ball, well, plays the ball forward, and Hemmings is in a foot race with Tinkler. Tinkler just gets in front, calmly plays it back to Archie Mayer, and Gateshead, calm as you like at the back. Tinkler gets the ball to Grayson. A little bit of urgency coming from Kidderminster at the moment. There's a ball there. Oh, lovely held up by Denanga. Sends Wern on his way, left-hand side. He needs support though. Does he get past Pierce? He does. Gives it to Booty. Booty, tried to pick out Hunter on the far side of the box. Couldn't do so, but Gateshead pick up the loose ball. Grayson gets it to Hannant. Tinkler crossfield to Richardson. Francis all the way back to Archie Mayer. And at the moment, Gateshead back in control. Ball direct this time up to Denanga. He holds it up well to Ollie. Ollie looks to get the runner. Gets it out to Hunter. Hunter now's got the overlap if he wants it. Cuts inside with the ball though. Gateshead still patient in their build-up. Booty picks out Wern. Wern now gets, tried to pick out. Well, he wins the ball back though, Wern. He's like a terrier. He doesn't stop. Tries to pick out the player on the far side. Kent Richardson have made a run forward. Gateshead still pick up the ball though. At the moment, there's a radar in the Gateshead players' boots, and they know where that ball is. As the ball comes through now, and Denanga couldn't get on the end of that, and Dibble just scoops it up. Well, Maguire under pressure gets it to Captain Pierce, back to Dibble, who has got a right foot there. We hadn't seen that in the game. It's not a bad clearance, but the ball's going to go out for a goal kick after it went back up as Mike Williamson applauds his team's work rate there. Someone said, hi, thanks for the commentary. Just a question. Is Aidan Rutledge son of Brian, a lovely hill lad who went to the Corpus Christi Primary? I'm not sure. Quite a random question. But 40 minutes in, Gateshead 2, Kidderminster Harriers 0. Once again, we always say thank you for joining us as Gateshead battling there as Kidderminster try and carve something out as Gateshead win the ball back in midfield. Can they get the ball moving? It looks like they're going to try here, and just a little bit hot potato at the minute, but Wern intercepts a poor ball, and Denanga would have been offside there. Ball all the way through to Dibble. Well, offside flag goes up, and we just had a message there. I've just seen it from my commentary husband, Mark Carruthers. He said the sound's fine. So fantastic stuff. It's a shame he couldn't be here tonight. Always look forward to doing it with Mark, the commentary that is. But Ollie with a lovely touch to Denanga. Denanga holds it up. Oh, Ollie gets the ball back. Ball through. Hannon, can he get in front of his man? He can. Oh, lovely stuff. Got his body in front of the defender. Brought in the foul. And this is a free kick. I'm going to see a yellow card there. And we're going to see a free kick. He's pulling it right back here. The referee, once it was initially taken. So it's a good 25, 30 yards out here, left-hand side of the box. And certainly in range of Ollie, who's standing there, hands on hips as the ball comes back to him as he places it down. And the form he's in at the moment, you would fancy Greg Ollie to have a crack at this. But the big men are up. Richardson on the far side. Denanga's there as a target. Booty stands to Ollie's right at the moment, but Ollie's lining up here for a cross or a shot. We'll sharp see what he's going to do. Puts it in. Oh, and it was a deflection there. Corner. There was a touch from a Kidderminster Harriers player. It was whipped in, hip height. Keeper was stretching, always going wide, but the touch has brought the corner. As Booty goes across to take this corner on the far side. It goes short, and he just played it straight to a Kidderminster Harriers player there. I think he's trying to play it behind him. And Gateshead still in possession, though. They picked up the loose ball. Right-hand side. Francis lays it into Ollie. Ollie plays it through. And now can they get the shot off? Oh! Booty was trying, but Wern puts the ball across and tries to chip the keeper. But Dibble just plucks it out the air. And at the moment, half-time can't come soon enough for Kidderminster Harriers. They'll be wanting to regroup, refocus. But at the moment, Gateshead enjoying themselves out there. 2-0. Denanga and Ollie with the goals so far. Headed forward by Booty. Intercepted by Nate Percival, who plays the ball forward. He's asking a lot of Jack Lambert to get onto that. But Kent Richardson plays the ball forward. And the ball has eventually rolled out right next to the linesman on the far side. Been a very entertaining game so far. I say it has more or less been nearly all Gateshead, but we have seen the physicality and movement of Kidderminster in and around the box. They've got some decent crosses in. They just need to have some more men committing onto those crosses. The ball back to Mayer, takes deflection, but Mayer deals with it well. And now Grayson can carry the ball forward, takes out Denanga, who does manage to get it to a teammate. Ball through the middle now, though, to Denanga, and it goes all the way through to Dibble. Well, he's given the defenders a real workout this evening as Denanga. Having to look over both shoulders for him to see where he is, as Tinkler does very well to control the ball and get it moving. Oh, it's a poor ball from Booty to Francis. This has got Kidderminster Harriers with the ball on the edge of the box. Hemmings, was he fouled? Referee says no and Gated on the attack. I thought that was going to be given as Wern got two players around him. He needs support. It's asking a lot of him, but Pierce does well to get his body in front of Wern and hold the ball up. Tries to play it off him, gets it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain, in turn, tries to play it down the line, but Gates can pick up the loose ball. Booty now gives it to Francis. The crowd like what they see. And at the moment, the process, as it says here on Tyneside, is showing you what it's about. There's a ball back to... there was a groan there because there was a fast ball back to Mayer, who's outside his area, but he's got a deft touch. Ollie, just the ball up. Yeah, the second ball's going to be picked up by Maguire. Maguire runs into trouble, though. He manages to pick out Pierce. Pierce anywhere will do, and now Gator are going to pick it up here in midfield as Wern. Oh, he just... Let's see. Chamberlain just got in front of him there. Pierce athletically tries to keep the ball, but goes all the way through to Dibble. And at this moment in time, we've got about 10 seconds of normal time remaining. The fourth official does have the board at the moment. We'll see how long is left. As Dibble kicks the ball out of his hands. It's a really good kick, long kick. Gateshead head the ball forward as Wern is being held up by Pierce, and that's definitely a free kick. Just inside the Gateshead half. Do Gateshead have another one in them, or can Kidderminster get another foothold back in this game? I've been asked lots of relative questions at the moment. Is Dibble in relation to Andy Dibble, who's played for Luton? Not sure. But at the moment, Gateshead trying to pass it around and doing well, but not moving forward. Now the ball goes forward as Pierce wins the header down the line and out for a throw to Gateshead. So Barry Lee's put still living the commentary as you're a man down. It's a pleasure to do it for you, but I do enjoy doing it with Mark. As the ball goes forward. Well played from Caleb Richards there. Or Caleb Richards. Got it back to Dibby. Yeah. So me and Mark have got a very good understanding and friendship that's blossomed through doing the commentaries together. He keeps me right. But we'll be doing plenty more together this season, don't you worry. As Gateshead, Hannant gives the ball back to Grayson. Grayson, tries to thread the ball through, and he does. He gets it to there, and Gateshead, just a couple of balls that had to be poked through and got to their destination, and now the ball moving on the far side. Gateshead on the attack. Kenton Richardson brings the ball forward. He's got players inside, goes for a cross into the middle. Denanga couldn't quite get there, and hasn't been fully cleared yet by Kidderminster, but now they should do. Although Ollie, free kick given, clattered into Ollie there. Clumsy one for Kidderminster to give away, and there's some tired legs out there. And Taylor Howie's put, I prefer the solo commentary. How dare you say that? Mark will be texting us shortly saying ban Taylor Howie from listening.
I tell you that the 50-50 draw has been made, and the winning number is 3, 4, 4, 3, 2.
Well, dare I say this will be the last bit of action of the first half here. It's a free kick, very similar distance to the one on the left-hand side. This one's on the right-hand side. Regan Booty stands over this one. What can Booty do? This calls for him to go for it. And he does. Booty goes straight through. Oh, it's deflected. Good save, sorry. It bounced up into the air. And there is the half-time whistle. And Gateshead convincing at 2-0 at half-time here. Denanga and Ollie with the goals. The passing has been sublime at times. Kidderminster left to stand by and watch the ball go past them. But that's not to say Kidderminster are not out of this game. They're still in it. They've showed they've got a strong physical presence. And when they get the ball into the box, it's whizzed through a few times. They need a man to commit in the 6-yard area to one of those crosses. And can they do it in the second half? We'll let you know when the teams come back out. We're just going to have a toilet break. We're just going to play a little highlight from one of the podcasts here on the Heed Army podcast. and we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Actually, a very big show, and we have another. 1 second, where is it? Oh, we have another Heed Army podcast polo T-shirt to give away as well. So we'll be doing that on that show. So everyone involved for that. Right, I'd be amiss if I didn't bring our guest in straight away. I haven't seen him since Wembley. Lovely lad, lovely family as well. Hello, Luke. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Costco for Chadwick, anyone?
Yeah.
Well, you can have him, but no, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, lads, I was talking about the podcast yesterday and at the match, and I was talking to a load of Gateshead fans. And Luke, do you realise how many people realise how good you are at the Gateshead? And amongst the Gateshead fans that give you nothing but compliments yesterday.
Honestly, generally, I'm not even joking. It must be a Gateshead thing because, just your fan base in general. When I went down to Wembley, obviously, I met you, Dave, and I think I met one of the directors there. And
Tony Carter,
it's just up north. It's just northern, isn't it? Just very friendly people, to be honest, especially from your parts. So yeah, it was really good. But also, I think we bumped into Owen Bailey's parents down there.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Family, and they, were very, very nice people.
Look,
so.
you also like us because we're very nice and we never beat you. It's very nice of us. We just turn up and go on. We're not going to beat you. We're not even score goals past you now. So
Yeah. And again, I think it's a better. Maybe you'll disagree, but it's a better point for you on Monday than it is for us. I don't know. Us being at home, you probably expect us to win. Oh no, you don't have to do this, do you?
Hang on, Davey, I've got my pillows for the highlights. I'll just
well, just look. And of course, there's the Shea in all its glory, and obviously, I pressed something.
There it is in all its glory.
That was all the highlights that we had. I didn't download it properly. But
It's a serious question. That one that we had at your place in, I think it was early March. Yeah. Or the one on Saturday, which was actually worse.
What in March?
Yeah, probably that one still. But it wasn't a pretty watch on Saturday, was it? It's not Saturday, Monday,
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. As obviously, I was unable to. I had the family. I wasn't able to listen in, so I was following it by Twitter updates. And then at half time, I thought, well, it's 0-0. Obviously, you just fear you're going to lose to a 1-0 at the Shea, like normal. But it was just the case. And then when we went to man down, we have a little group chat on WhatsApp, and I was like, I'm not hopeful here, lads. I said a draw would be a miracle. But with less expletives. But I think for us to get a draw, I think considering going down to 10 men was a good result for us.
Yeah. I think if you went to 11 men, I think it could have gone on until about 9 o'clock at night, and none of it would have scored. It was just so. I don't know what it was. It just felt like we were never going to score. We're lacking something going forward. Of course, I think if Desaruwe was playing, we would have gone on to win. And even at half time, I was thinking we'll come out in the second half and we'll probably go and beat you when Gates are tired, because we know you're usually carrying on from last season better in the first half than the second. But it was just a proper naff game once again. You actually kept the ball very well, but I have to say, going forward, I think we defended well. But Dinanga and Chadwick didn't have a sniff. Don't get me wrong, I'd take them at Halifax any day, but you know what I mean.
I think for us, there was 6 changes as well, because we'll get into it later on when we cover the game on Saturday. The massacre. It wasn't a great game on Saturday, but for us to make that many changes and show a little bit of strength in depth was one of the positives that we can come away with, especially because we've hemorrhaged a few goals this season, even though we've started well. To keep a clean sheet with 10 men, I think was a massive shot in the arm to show that we can keep it tight at the back.
Yeah.
So,
what was your opinion of the referee, Luke?
I'm trying to think now, because I never like to blame the refs, to be honest. I always try and think, Didn't we have I think we had a call for a penalty, to be fair, but I know our fans weren't big. There were a lot of booing coming from our end. I don't know if any of you heard that.
It's one of the questions we've just had there. Luke, what's your thoughts on the boos at full time yesterday?
Pathetic, to be honest. There's something about our fan base is, for us to be supporting Halifax, I think says a lot, which I appreciate to everyone who does support Halifax. Same with you guys with Gates, and I think, anyone could support a Man United or Man City, but there's something just proper toxic about our fan base. We could have been top of the league yesterday, and then we draw 0-0 to you guys, and there'd be boos at full time.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
The margins are so fine because, as you say, just 2 points you could have been top of the league, and it's nothing really to boo about, really, is it? Like,
no, it's not. It wasn't the fact that the players weren't trying. Yes, you might say we probably could have been a bit more positive going forward and been a bit more direct, but you were just very well organised. I think we have to give you credit. We're just lacking quality, and you can't boo players for lacking quality. It's not their fault to a certain extent, is it? And it's frustrating, but
have you been scoring goals?
Yeah,
I think the sending off changed the game because you weren't getting a kick until we had a man sent off.
Yeah. We weren't touching the ball, to be fair. It were a tough watch.
I don't think
I asked the linesman to throw another ball on for you so you could have a kick.
Yeah.
we had the poor scores looking like as a linesman on our side where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And what a load of crap that bloke was. Jesus.
Yeah.
And the referee gave some very curious decisions both ways, I thought.
But hey, we had no arguments about the sending off. I mean, he could have actually went off in the first half incident. Never mind the second half. So
yeah,
we thought it was just a booking. It was a book. It was a second booking. I will admit that.
Mm-hmm.
But
the first booking could have been a sending off, Luke. The one in the first half.
Yeah, I think honestly though, I wouldn't say we were the better team. Even when we went down to 10 men. I don't think either of us looked like we're going to score. But I thought if it was a team that I'd say they would probably edged it for you guys, which is quite surprising because we're usually very good on home turf.
Yeah.
Just
a little sorry, Mickey. Mickey, I saw your face in the back of Freddie Armstrong's YouTube video. You looked a bit unhappy. I'm going to have to have a look for that.
It's probably best. It's probably best I don't say because Poppy and Tabitha will be listening, but I'll not say what I said, but it was along the lines of you, silly boy.
Yeah.
Were you a bit upset, Mickey?
Well, I'd seen the first incident and I thought he was lucky not to get sent off there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought to myself, if the referees went and if the linesman or someone's gone in and say, I think he might have got that wrong. As soon as Hannon made the next mistake, he was always going to send them off.
Mm-hmm. No, the thing is now it gives the likes of Tom Allen the chance to start. So it shows the strength and depth that we've got this season a bit better than, obviously a lot better than last season. Got another one here. Obviously there was a debut on Saturday. Joe Grayson had a fantastic game at the back. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Mickey, of course, you were there. How did the settle in at the back?
He done really well. I thought he done excellent. Like I say, for the first half, I think there was 3 shots in the whole game. Was it, Luke?
It was
3 or 4 shots.
I looked at Y-Scout yet.
Yeah, and we must have had about 85% possession in that first half.
Yeah, you were the. I'm going to admit you were the better team, and I think you were better Gateshead side than the side we saw last season. I personally think, and like you mentioned, you had players out injured. I know, is it Whelan? Now he's out.
Yeah, Whelan's out for about 10 weeks. We're going to come into that later on, but of course, if you haven't seen on social media, he's got a stage 3 or a category 3, grade 3 tear in the thigh, which can take a while. So hopefully, you don't want to rush him back, but hopefully he doesn't get back. That's the main thing.
Could you hear we're telling you where to shove your Yorkshire puddings?
Oh, it will do it. I like that because the problem that we've got is because when sides bring less than 5, any stand, they're so far away from each other. It's from where everyone's chanting. It's very hard to give it back and forth, isn't it? Which is part of football and what we love. But for some reason, it was actually kind of working on Saturday. Consider, I know we were singing FA Trophy Champions. You'll never sing that. I don't know.
Yeah, can I? While I've got you.
Everyone but me is in at the minute, and I'm like, little change. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Gateshead International Stadium. I will have some guests with me here in the second half from Pitchside, popular YouTube channel, and they have just been doing their crossbar challenge at the moment at half time currently. But the score here at Gateshead International Stadium is Gateshead 2, Kidderminster Harriers 0. And I can just go through some half-time scores for you around the National League. Wow. And this is how it is at this moment in time. 1 second, I'll get them up on our screen. It is Altrincham 2, Hartlepool 1, Barnet 1, Aldershot 0. It's 0-0 between Borehamwood and Rochdale. Chesterfield are winning 2-1 at home to Halifax Town. It is Dagenham 0, Bromley 0. Dorking Wanderers 3, Wealdstone 0. Eastleigh 1, Oxford City 0. Of course, here at Gateshead, it's Gateshead 2, Kidderminster Harriers 0. Oldham Athletic 1, York City 0. Solihull Moors came from behind to be leading 2-1 at half-time at home to AFC Fylde. It's 0-0 between Southend and Maidenhead, and it is Woking 1, Ebbsfleet 1. And at the moment, for both sides involved here today, if it stays like this, Gateshead will climb as high as 5th. That is probably as high as they can climb today, unless Woking's result doesn't stay the same. And at the moment, Kidderminster Harriers are at 22nd place, third bottom. But anything can change. It's still a lot of football to be played here this evening, and we appreciate every one of you that has chosen to join us here on the National League streaming service TV, National League TV, and also as well on the Heed Army podcast. And Mark Fraser's put buzzing with the Heed result so far. Buzzing with the Heed result so far, and buzzing for Newcastle to watching from Milano. So there we are. We've got an international feel here. But it does seem as if this is the game, though, that has really, really captured Tyneside. We've had the first goal. You might see go viral. Not going to deny the passing was slick. It was from front to back. We opened them up, and as I said in commentary, we carved them open like a Sunday dinner. So there we go. It's been one of those evenings where Gateshead are just playing absolutely sublime football. So yeah, I say, just let us know where you're watching from in the world or listening from, whether it be on YouTube or the National League TV streaming service. You can do so. Just go on YouTube, type in Heed Army, and you can leave us a message on the live chat, and we can give you a little shout out. As I say, we are a podcast, the Heed Army podcast, and we predominantly broadcast on Thursdays at 8 p.m. And this week, we haven't got any guests lined up just yet. I'm hoping to get one of these Pitchside lads to join us on the podcast. But at the moment, Kidderminster are coming back out onto the pitch. I can't see any changes yet. As I see one straight away. Zach Brown is going to be coming on. And I'll let you know who he is replacing. I've got a feeling it might be Leasley.
As you return to your seats, I can tell you that the 50-50 draw money has been claimed. That winning number was 344.
Well, we do have a change coming very, very soon. So we'll have our first guest coming on. He's coming on now. We're going to have a guest coming on to commentary very, very shortly. It does look as if it is. We're going to make a double sub here. So, yeah, spot on. So there we go. We're just going to get our guest on, then get his headphones on, and so we can get right into it. Remember, put the lip mic right up to the lip. There we go. Can you hear me all right?
I can indeed. Thanks for having me.
And what's your name again?
Reeve.
Reeve, hello there. Thank you very much. And let everyone know where you're joining us from. What's your channel?
My channel is Reeve, but I am representing Pitchside for today.
Ah, fantastic. Well, is this your commentary debut?
It actually is.
It is.
I'm very excited.
Right.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, fantastic stuff. So, as I say, well, what have you thought of the game so far?
Gateshead are just far too better than the opposition, aren't they, really, unfortunately?
First goal was sublime, wasn't it?
Second goal was brilliant as well. He took it so early. Bottom corner, superb.
Well, let's hope you bring another goal for Gateshead here, or Kidderminster, of course. There's Kidderminster fans watching. We don't want to be too biased, but yeah. So, as I say, hopefully we can you can bring some luck for either side here.
Yeah. It's good standard of football.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive tonight.
Oh well, listen. I don't like to blow our own trumpet too much, but Gateshead we're playing some lovely stuff this season, and we did last season. But as I say, we've got a stronger squad this year, and hopefully they can carry this on forward. But we're underway here in the second half. As Gateshead now shooting towards the Fennel end, Kidderminster towards the River Tyne, and the ball over the top for Hunter to try and chase on to Caleb Richards is going to put it out. As we've got a cheeky cameraman standing our way there.
Yeah, Lewis, get out of the way.
And that's an awful attempt to try to grow a moustache as well from the young man, isn't it?
He's trying.
If he walks past the cat, it'll lick it off. Greg Holly stands with the ball, ready to launch this one in. Willen holds it up. Was he fouled? Yeah, free kick there.
Good use of his body. Well played.
Well, gets addictive, this commentary, you know. He'll want to do it again.
I'm sure it will.
At the moment, Ed Francis places the ball down. Greg Ollie's there with him, but Francis is going to be the one to whip this one in. All the players on the edge of the 6-yard box. And waiting for the delivery. Booty's in acres of space here at the unmarked on the corner of the box.
Yeah.
The delivery has to be good because Kidderminster, they're a big physical side. It's given
short
to Booty. Booty now gives it back to Francis. Francis, his cross in wasn't the best, was it? And Gateshead just going to have to
back to the keeper.
So have you been impressed with how much the keeper's involved at Gateshead?
I have. And he's very, very competent and comfortable on the ball, which you don't sometimes often see at this level, which is good stuff.
So we have had a change in the... Zach Brown is on. Didn't see who he quite replaced. There was a number 9 came up. Amari Morgan Smith is on as well. So I think it's trying to see which players have actually left the pitch. We'll get to it. I think Lambert's left the pitch. Definitely one of them. But we're underway in the second half. And thank everyone for joining us. Free kick to Gateshead on the far side. I'm quite disappointed he didn't come in a sheepskin jacket, though.
Me?
Yeah. Just diving into the commentary, you know, you've got to give it to John Motson. That would have been the way
I'll let the pros do the talking and then I'll chat it when needs be.
Ball up towards Ollie. Can he bring it down? It bounces through. Caleb Richards can clear it. And at the moment, Gateshead.
Just Kidderminster trying to grow themselves into the game, I think.
Yeah. You see, they have looked dangerous on the attack. Ball goes out of play for a throw to Kidderminster. Yeah, they've showed little flashes, haven't they? They've put some dangerous crosses into the box. Just nobody really there to try and get on the end of them. But now, with the double change with Amari Morgan Smith on with Zach Brown, that should change. And the balls went out of play on the far side. So what does your channel predominantly do? Is it football-based?
Pitch side?
Yeah.
Yes, we are a football show / podcast. And whether or not people enjoy our content is completely subjective.
Well, hopefully when this goes out on yours, you can send a few subscribers over to the Heed Army podcast.
Absolutely.
Help us get to 1,000. We're only 300 away.
Great support tonight. Really has been.
Well, Kent Richardson can build at the back. Gets the ball back from Regan Booty. Jordan Hunter can give it back to Richardson. Of course, as I said, all the way throughout this game, Gateshead very comfortable to build from the back and be patient.
Don't often go long, do you?
No. Very rare as Denanga tries to hold up the ball. Dispossessed ball comes forward though, and Zach Brown, well, nearly a high foot, but the head went in for it as well. Hammond now can try and penetrate down the left-hand side, but Ollie comes over to block the run. Ball over the top. Not going to find anybody really unless Amari Morgan-Smith can get there. Offside flag has went up. Yeah. I was actually watching on Sunday and I nearly dropped the clanger because I didn't realise that it was a secret that you're coming up. I was about to put in the chat who's joining us on commentary on Saturday, and I thought I better. And then I read on Tuesday. Sorry,
people are going to be so disappointed.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I had typed it out ready to hit send on the chat, and then I realised when you're putting out just clues to where you're going.
Yeah, little Easter eggs. It's been a great day, to be fair.
What time did you travel up?
9:30 a.m.
Oh,
yeah, little 3.5 hour train. Slight delays, but we made it healthy and fit. So,
do you go back tonight or are you
stopping over just because of the timings? Yeah.
Oh, well, the big market had better watch out for Reeve. Gateshead still in possession, building up from the back.
Really, really comfortable at just building out from the back.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
We were last year, but last year we had
Is that something that's been drilled into the team for a while?
It's been like this for 3-4 seasons.
Interesting.
But we had Macaulay Longstaff 2 seasons ago with Kedwin Scott. Both went to Notts County and made the headlines there. But then first season back at this level last year, we struggled to bring in the players early on in the season, but then we brought in Marcus Denanga towards the back end of the season. Yeah, he's really good. As we have a throw in here on the left-hand side. Oxlade Chamberlain whips it in. Nods away by Gateshead, cleared by Ollie.
Well.
Gateshead
trying
to get the ball through, but the ball played on for Gateshead on the far side, and Booty nearly got there. Yeah. Let's see, we've got brother of Alex Oxlade Chamberlain.
It is then. Yeah. Okay, I saw it on the team show. I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah.
But...
So, of course, his brother will be watching in from Turkey tonight, I'm sure.
What is the time difference there? Is it about 3 hours?
I think it's only 1 or 2.
Oh, is it 1 hour?
Yeah, yeah.
It's my
Either way, you'll still be up.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've had some famous people listening in, but Gateshead they're on the attack now. Far side ball brought up. Ollie, just wouldn't sit up for him, just scooted away. But still not over yet from Gateshead.
Well recycled.
As Ollie, far side of the box, tries to keep the ball in, out it goes. But last year we had a famous tweet when we were playing. Yeah, we had Ryan Reynolds because obviously when we played Wrexham last year, and he tweeted us throughout the game, and then after the game to see how good we were.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
he really does.
As I say, I've never went viral or anything. Not that we went viral, but just his one tweet had off my phone ring at like beeping for 48 hours. So,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It had like 1 million people look at it, and like.
I think it's great for the game. People like Ryan getting into the world of football.
Yeah.
And doing it with good intentions as well.
Kidderminster on the attack here. Far side ball tries to come through. Gateshead managed to get the ball away.
Flick.
Ollie, can he send Wern away? He's got options in front of him. Wern now in the centre. Denanga's onside. There's a good interception there to block it from McNally, who's shown some trickery there. As he's been watching videos of Cruyff, this lad. Out it goes to Hemmings on the left-hand side. Amari Morgan-Smith in the centre, deflected cross, and he went down really poorly there. But yeah, no, it's interesting to see what they're doing. They've really bought into the town, haven't they?
Yes.
And if you're a Hartlepool, if you're a Hartlepool United fan, you must be devastated because they
the option
they turned down.
They
wouldn't answer the phone, would they?
Yeah.
So. Somehow I just don't think Welcome to Hartlepool has the same ring about it, to be honest. Have you ever been?
To Hartlepool or Wrexham? I've been to Wrexham, not Hartlepool.
Oh, you picked the right one to go to. It's at the moment. Kidderminster just starting to stifle Gateshead's playing forward. They've tactically changed it with the big man up top. Gives it back to Hemmings, who was playing up top by himself in the first half.
Yeah, a little bit more attacking in terms of tactics from Kidderminster this half.
Yeah, well, they've definitely got a bit more height to aim for up there, as well as the ball over the top just goes all the way through to Archie Mayer, who you will have seen if you watched the playoff final in the National League, was the goalkeeper with the heroics for Notts County when they brought him on for the penalty shootout.
Wow, yeah. And you signed him this summer?
Yeah, he's on loan from Norwich, and He's slotted right in. Oh, lovely flick out there now as Hannon just holds it up. Gives it back to Grayson. Booty in midfield. Gets the ball moving, though. And gets the ball back, and Booty can drive forward to Nanga, to Ollie. Ollie now can play it out to Jordan Hunter. Can he get the delivery in? He's in the box, just holding his feet, lays it off. Booty, there's calls for him to shoot. Now he gets the ball back, he shoots!
Oh, that's a great finish!
There was calls for Booty to shoot!
What a finish! Superb!
Who doesn't love a Booty goal? Oh, there you go.
1-2 on the edge of the box and slots it bottom corner under the diving goalkeeper. Fantastic.
Regan Booty opens up his account. It looked like he was going to be able to pull the trigger first time from the edge of the box, but he gets a second bite of it. And when he did, the back of the net rippled.
Took his chance very well there. Impressive finish.
3-0 to Gateshead. Did you like that one about the Booty call?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I've been sitting on that for weeks.
Just waiting for him to score.
Waiting for him to score. Well, there we go. 3-0 to Gateshead. And at the moment, Kidderminster right up against it, but Gateshead enjoying life at the moment. As the ball played forward on the far side and out it bounces. But there you go, you got a goal in commentary there, right?
I've loved it, mate.
Yeah.
You asked for more goals.
You delivered. You
I provided one.
You delivered. Well, I think
I'm getting a call to switch.
Yeah, we're going to switch. So
we're going to have a change in commentary team.
So is it Theo now?
It is Theo.
It is Theo. Oh, I've never had someone with a pork pie hat coming on for a commentary before.
It was mine, but he gave his to another person.
Right,
so
well, there we go.
Passed mine on.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, that was an absolute pleasure.
Spot on.
Good luck with the rest of the comms.
Cheers. Thank you. It was Gateshead now on the attack as Regan Booty, the goal scorer, plays it forward for Denanga. The ball is going to skim forward. It stays in. Cleared by Kidderminster. Kidderminster get the possession. Oxlade-Chamberlain passes it back. And we have our second commentator coming in from pitch side. As the ball goes all the way through to Archie Mayer from the ball over the top from Kidderminster. Well, hello there, Theo. How are you doing?
Hello, absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, pleasure to have you here. Are you going to bring a goal as well?
Well, I hope so. I've seen 3 unreal finishes so far. I'm hoping to see a 4th live from the commentary view.
Let's hope so. As now Gateshead bring the ball forward through Grayson. Grayson looks to play the ball to Denanga, holds it up. Was he upended? Referee says no, he won the ball. And now Kidderminster can try and get the ball forward. Zach Brown now sends Hemmings away, but intercepted by Kenton Richardson. And we were just talking to Reeve there before. And have you been impressed with Gateshead's style of play?
I absolutely love it. You know, on the floor, pass and move, tiki-taka. And they're splitting Kidderminster open very, very easily.
It's been a good night at the office so far, but as I mentioned to Reeve, that Kidderminster, they've got a big physical presence, especially now in the second half, and you just fear for the delivery into the box because they're going to throw the big men at them.
Yeah, they will, but I feel like Gateshead have this game finished off now. I think it's under control, and they just look so confident on the ball. I can't see it.
Hannon now on the attack. He's got Denanga in the middle. Ollie's there as well. The cross comes in as he went for a shot. Oh, I think he did, you know.
He has gone for a shot there,
he did. He went for a shot there.
You got to raise it.
Yeah, that was definitely a shot there. Wow, well. And we've got a comment from Taylor Howie. It's just like watching Brazil. It is.
I can back that. It really is.
Yeah, it's.
Tell you what, it's like being in Brazil up here as well.
I know, it's been quite tropical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very mild.
Did you not know Gateshead was twinned with Hawaii? When Amari Morgan-Smith picks up the ball, lays it back to Leasley, and now out to Hemmings on the left-hand side. There's Oxlade-Chamberlain wanted the ball played forward there. Sorry, Caleb Richards gets the ball now, lays it back to Leasley, who at the start of the game was the only outfield player with a goal in the starting lineup. They've only scored 4 and 9 so far this season. And at the moment, it doesn't look like they're going to do that.
No.
There's a lovely bring down by Amari Morgan-Smith, but couldn't control it. Gator just finding space with the ball as Denanga plays it back to Francis.
It just looks so confident, doesn't it? It looks very, very easy for Gateshead at the moment.
It's It's a nice brand of football to watch, and a nice advertisement for the level as well. Because a lot of people still class non-league. Well, it's not really non-league. There's some big clubs at this level, but it's not non-league.
No.
Hannon cuts inside, gives it to Wern. Wern lays it off, gets the ball back. What can he conjure up from the far side? Gives it to Hannon. And Gator just happy to slow the ball down when they need to. Lovely turn by Wern. Lays it into Ollie. Ollie, just runs away from him. Must be is it a corner? It is. It must have took a deflection.
Is that a corner?
Yeah.
I thought he'd stop running because he was offside there
I
for a second.
thought he had there, but it must have got a touch from the defender, and we've got a corner on the far side.
We absolutely take that. I tell you what, though, Kidderminster, they are very, very tall.
They are, yeah. There is a lot of big physical sides in this league. You want to see Woking? Wow, just a load of statues. They're massive. Short corner from Gateshead. Wern puts one in towards there. And does that go for another corner? It does. Gateshead just trying to pile on the pressure here. So once again, it is 3-0 to Gateshead. We're 15 minutes into the second half, and we'd like to thank everyone that has joined us here on the National League streaming service and on the Heed Army podcast audio stream. Drop a subscribe, please, as Booty tries to pick the ball through. It's going to fall to Wern. No, can he control it? Cleared. It's only as far as Gateshead in. Comes in.
Oh my gosh!
Shades of Gaza 96. All it needed was a stud.
Oh my God, that was so close. How's it not gone in?
Stretching there. Just all it needed was a shoelace to go in the back of the net. Well, we need a throw in from Kidderminster here towards the corner flag. I was mentioning to Reeve earlier on that is probably the most awful moustache that your cameraman's got there.
Yeah, when he started growing it, we did tell him to stop.
I'm glad it's not windy, because if it is, it would be took off.
Yeah.
And Francis just loses the ball in midfield. Now they try and build themselves. Kidderminster down the right-hand side. Ball forward, looking for the runner, Zach Brown, who has it. It's up against Grayson. Hannon's there to help out as well. Kidderminster passing the ball back to try and build themselves as Chamberlain finds his teammate, Leasley, under pressure in midfield. Gateshead trying to keep the pressure on, even though they're winning 3-0. They're playing like they're 1-0 down.
I like it. It's good mentality. Play to the end.
It certainly is. As Hunter, who arrived from South Shields in the summer, cuts in. Booty. Francis, back to Booty. Gateshead just patient in their build-up. Booty through. Naya tried to get the ball through. It's when those dangerous little passes through just to open up the defence, don't they? It's been a joy to watch so far. Obviously not if you're a Kidderminster fan watching this. I know it hasn't been a great night at the office, but Gateshead, without being that rose-tinted commentator, we've been in fine form tonight. It'd be hard pressed to stop any of this.
Yeah, I think the goal is to keep the clean sheet for the game now, isn't it?
You would hope so. As Billy Chadwick is on the touchline, ready to come on loan from Stockport County. Opened his account against Eastleigh the other week. And Hunter puts a dangerous ball in there. It's a bit deep, but it's going to go all the way through to a Gateshead player on the far side. Hannon, what can he do? Takes it down, cuts it back. It's deep, and it's going to go behind for a goal kick.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm itching for a fourth whilst I'm in this commentary seat. I tell you that.
Well, it is going to be Stephen Wern that makes way. The non-league Messi. Off he comes. As Gateshead look to build on what they're doing here. They're going to bring on another striker to try and get him in amongst the goals as well. It'll be a lovely night to see Aidan Rutledge come on. We signed him from Berkeley Town, 6 levels below. And he scored 61 goals last year. And we're hoping he can get one. He's a local lad as well.
61 goals?
Yeah, he scored for Berkeley. He scored 61 goals last year in the second division of the Northern League. for save, but we've signed him, and he's a rough diamond. So hopefully he's the next Macaulay Longstaff.
61 goals.
Yeah,
it's blowing my mind.
So hopefully he can open his account if he gets on tonight. Chadwick is on, and looks like we're going to see another substitution. And this one is going to be the third and final substitution for Kidderminster. And it looks as if it is Kieran Phillips coming on for the captain Pierce. So that states to me that's a tactical change, because Pierce is the defender and they're bringing on a midfielder. So they're going for it now. They haven't got anything to lose. I need a goal from Woken and Maidenhead as well for me accumulator.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Well, we're now Kidderminster, right-hand side of the pitch, driving forward with the ball, trying to get a cross in, comes off a gated player and out for a throw-in on the far side. Who won the crossbar challenge, by the way?
Well, technically, I was the first to hit it. So, but then preceding that, the other two boys also hit it 3 in a row. And then Reeve sadly took a few more attempts, but he got there in the end. It was a pity crossbar for Reeve, I'd say.
Yeah.
It was a good showing all round.
That's good. As you can come away with a moral victory. You did it first.
Exactly. If he would be a pizza topping, I'd say he's a sweet corn.
Come back to haunt you.
Yeah, well, I like sweet corn, to be fair. Yeah. Pepperoni and sweet corn goes a long way.
As the ball comes across to Kent Richardson. Hunter was going to get back. The wind's just getting up here a little tad now at Gateshead Stadium, but it's still mild. I've had a drizzle of rain.
Yeah, it's been surprisingly dry, actually. I thought it was going to be chucking it down tonight.
You need to come back in December and January. It's a different experience.
I definitely will.
Kent Richardson receives the ball. He's going to cross the halfway line, right-hand side of the pitch. Ollie shows deep. Plays it back to Tinkler. Grayson, when he signed for the club last month, has slotted in very nicely. Number 18. As Gateshead now just slot back into their comfortable passing game around the back. It was nice of Gateshead to show Tyneside how it's done tonight, really. As, here there was a game in Milan. I don't know what that was all about. But the ball across the top, nicely nodded down. Amari Morgan-Smith just couldn't get in front of Tinkler. Mayor comes out.
Well, I'd say it's two good results tonight. A 0-0 away at Milan is not too shabby.
Yeah.
Tell you what, this result obviously puts Gateshead 5th in the table. That is pretty good going.
Yeah, but if it stays the way it is, it's great. Try and get embedded in there. But definitely built on last season, and that's all you can ask for, really, isn't it?
Exactly.
Of course, we had the Wembley appearance at the end of last year, but we were down to the bare bones. We made it there by hook or by crook, and Hunter's on a fine run here, but it's picked out to Ollie. That was a good away day, Wembley.
I can imagine.
Shame about the result, yeah. But
an experience, though, for sure.
Oh, amazing. And myself and my normal co-commentator, Mark Carruthers, we obviously got to cover the game there. And before the game, they played our commentary out on the tannoy in the stadium. So you heard me screaming like a banshee.
So you got to sit in the exact seats as well, the commentary seats?
Yeah. We had the, like, do you know when they have the FA Cup final on, they have like a DJ on and stuff? We were in that number 1 commentary desk right behind that.
That is unbelievable.
It was
that's incredible.
Surreal, very surreal. But at the moment, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else apart from Gateshead Stadium.
I back that.
Well, we are trying to build here. The Gateshead fans in fine voice behind us. As Gateshead now. Oh, that's a loose ball played across. It wasn't the greatest one. And now Kidderminster find themselves on the attack. As Caleb Richards is trying to get their good recovery.
That is a great challenge down there.
England C international Kent Richardson with a sublime tackle. Well, Hemmons has the ball. His ball finds Hunter drives forward with it. Can he find his teammate? He can. Chadwick couldn't hold it up, and now, lovely stuff from Chadwick to win the ball back, and Gateshead can try and build again. Calm as you like, just pass it around.
Very comfortable.
So who's your team of choice then? Who's your team that you support?
I'm an Arsenal fan. Laguna. Yeah, it's been a good year for us, apart from the end of last season.
Yeah, at least you're in the mixer. That's the thing.
It's nice to be back in the mixer. Exactly. It feels good to be up there again, back in the Champions League.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, though, now you've got an adopted National League side as Gateshead on the attack. As Chadwick dances past, lays it forward to Tananga. Can he finish it? Body in front of the ball, and out it goes for a corner. Did look as though he was just going to scoop that over and in.
I really wanted that to go. I'm not sure if that was either great defending or missed opportunity there.
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah. I was gutted. Come on, Gateshead. Give me a fourth.
Booty stands there, takes corner short to Ollie. Ollie gives it to Hunter. Sorry, not Hunter. It's Francis. It's a wind lifting his hair up with a hairband. They look very similar. Ball over the top for Ollie. Can he put this delivery in? He can. It's been cleared though. And now Gateshead can just deal with this as Booty goes back. It does look as if we're going to see Greg Ollie leave the pitch now. Going to be replaced by Conor McBride.
No relation to Brian McBride?
No, I don't believe so. The only thing I know is that we're sending from Rafe Rovers. That's where he was the last time. Well, he was a free agent, but...
Highly doubt he's related to Brian McBride then.
Yeah. But Gateshead just making Grayson chase the ball here for this one. We'll have the sub when the ball goes out of play.
I don't want to be the commentator's curse. It's starting to look like the last 20 minutes is going to end up being a little bit of a training session.
Yeah.
A keep ball, perhaps.
Oh, that commentator's curse is real, by the way.
I can imagine.
Really is.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've said something and then the opposite happens.
I'm very sorry now.
Does the lad with the bad moustache want to have a go?
Ooh, does he want to have a go? I think he does.
Yeah, I think he does. Well, now we're going to see a substitution here. Greg Ollie. Is it Greg Ollie? Yes, Greg Ollie is going to be the man to make way. He removes the captain's armband.
What a performance. What a performance.
He's given a captain's performance here today. Set one up and scored one. And he's been absolutely phenomenal. As Greg Ollie. And a fantastic round of applause for the club captain. Great servant. But McBride is on now. Yep. So I think we're going to have a substitution here.
He's a local as well.
I know. I've heard the voice before.
Gateshead fan for life. I think so.
I think he needs to be. Well, we're going to have a substitution there. Thank you very much, Theo. As Gateshead still in possession.
Been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Cheers. Thank you very much. And Gateshead, we are passing it around the back. Tinkler tries to get the ball forward to McBride, but now on the attack is Hemmings. Has the ball left-hand side. He's got two Gateshead players up against him. Can he get through? Comes off a Gateshead player and out for a corner. It bounced out. So there we go. We're going to be joined by another gentleman from pitch side. Need your headphones on. Yeah. We're going to have a corner here for Kidderminster. The big men are up. Leasley is going to be the man to take this. As we await the referees having a little word. There's a bit of pushing and shoving on the goal line there. And what's your name?
My name's Lewis, mate. What's yours?
Lewis, it's David. A pleasure to have you on. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm buzzing to be here, man.
I thought would give you a chance as well.
It's a chance that I'm here to season. Kidderminster will be hoping the same from this corner kick.
In it comes. Headed clear by Robbie Tinkler. It's been brought down by Hunter gets the ball forward to Nanga. He's in a foot race now with Oxlade-Chamberlain. Tries to turn and hold it up. Does so. Well, that's definitely a pull on the shirt. Referee didn't see it. There's, frustrations coming out from the Kidderminster players here. They've been chasing the ball all night. And you can understand the frustrations.
Yeah, some tired legs out there. And Gateshead holding onto the ball really well. Little fact for you. Mr. Tinkler, my dad was his head of year at secondary school. Great baller.
Wow. There we go.
Insider knowledge.
Wish I had some. So, but yeah, I'd say I was just speaking to the other two lads there. What's been the impressions of watching Gateshead play then?
I tell you what, I came here expecting a pretty even game. It's, a tricky league to play in, and Kidderminster feel like they found themselves lower than they should be, but Gateshead have just shown a different class today.
Well, it's kind of been like this all season, but when it clicks, it clicks. So it doesn't matter who you're playing. This is the process, as it's fondly named up here. As Gateshead with Vice Captain Francis there, just laying the ball off to Grayson. McBride turns nice. Can he lay it off to one of the forward? Oh, dances past one player. Lays it through to Tananga. Tananga holds it up. Oh, and he goes down theatrically on the edge of the box. Not going to get that given. And it's going to be cleared.
I tell you what, if I had a hat, I'd take it off because that was some beautiful skill on the edge of the box.
You have a hat and you didn't take it off. There it is. It's off now. I'm definitely going to have to change my attire for the next commentary. I've been outdone here.
I just thought this was how commentators dress. Well, no fedoras, no?
The fedora is probably a very good one to wear in all weathers. Gets the sun off, keeps the snow off.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed that nobody came in a sheepskin coat like John Motson. I was expecting the works. As Denanga holds it up. Too many red players around him. As does very well there, Leasley. He's been a player that's never give up tonight for Kidderminster Harriers. Been a good servant to Kidderminster, and you can see why. Just hasn't come off for the players around him this evening. And someone saying, what's the score? It is 3-0 to Gateshead. And we've got about 10 minutes remaining. Sorry, 15 minutes remaining.
Tell you what, been a lovely game to watch, though.
It has.
Some great football.
It's not over yet as Brown gets a shot off and deflected corner. And Kidderminster showing that and still get a shot away on the edge of the box. Without sounding like, bigging up the team I support too much, this is the way we play every game. And say when we get in front of goal and it happens, the floodgates normally open. But
tell you what, playing like this every day is like coming home to lasagna every day for tea. Absolutely beautiful.
That's the second food analogy we've had as the ball. Oh, fisted away by Archie Mayer. When we scored the first one, I said we carved them open like a Sunday dinner. So,
I tell you what, this is a banana skin you want to avoid, though. You don't want to go home conceding clean sheet. It always makes it that much sweeter.
Well, I hope Archie Mayer's all right. I mean, we do have a backup keeper in Rob Elliott. It's not a bad stand-in, an international goalkeeper there. But Archie Mayer down at the moment. Hopefully he's all right. He was stretching, must have landed awkwardly when he punched that one away. But I was just saying to Reeve earlier on, I nearly dropped his, I watched the show on Sunday, and I typed in on the chat who's joining me on commentary, and then I realised that it was going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
I think delete. Yeah.
Well, it was a surprise that, these are no clue about it. And you know what? They felt a bit nervous. How'd they do?
They did really well. Really well. I mean, you're blowing them out the water, but still. But Archie Mayer still down getting treatment here at the moment. But let's say, hopefully one of us will be free on Thursday evening to join us on the Heed Army podcast.
Oh, hey, why not?
It'd be nice to get you on. Well, we've got a throw on. Oh, went in for a throw. I thought went for a corner on the far side. And some instructions from Russell Penn to his players there. As Knight Percival makes his way towards the 6-yard box, waiting for the delivery. Launched in by Chamberlain. Hasn't been dealt with yet. Now back to Chamberlain. Can he get across into the box? He can. It's a dangerous one. Amari Smith was lurking. Gateshead haven't fully dealt with it, and it's another corner.
I tell you what, that cross was whipped in with an extra slice of swaz outside the foot, looking peachy.
Oh, hey, you've been working on them more than me. Got the catchphrases right down. As we're going to see corner from this one. I think this one's going to be a tight in swinger. It is. In it comes. It's went deep. And Archie May. It's been cleared. By hook or by crook. Gateshead get it away. But what a lovely delivery that was.
I tell you what, that was beautiful. Archie May almost had a mare himself there, just tipping it away slightly.
Caleb Richards there puts the ball in. It's a dangerous one. We said they are dangerous when they put them in. And the deliveries have been good so far. They just need someone on the end of them as Leasley pings the ball over towards Zach Brown. Off-fray flag goes up. And Archie seems to be moving all right now. Thankfully for that second one.
Been a decent spree though here.
It has. They've got themselves back into it a bit, but that wind is getting up as well. If you look at the linesman's flag, we can't really feel it here in the train and weir stand, but yeah.
I tell you what, that flag's going to turn into a kite soon if this wind keeps up.
Oh, this is mild still. This. Oh, lovely ball through now. And it's McBride. He's got Denanga in the middle. Tries to lay it off. There's Chadwick. Oh, he's closed down quickly there and he's went down in a heap. Referee's not having any of that. And there's a free kick goes to Kidderminster. Yeah, that would be a harsh one to get anything. I think he's been caught in the throat there by a trailing arm. But he's all right.
You'll be all right.
So I was asking the other two lads, who's your team of choice? I'm guessing local.
Yeah, Newcastle fan through and through. But Gateshead were always my football manager team.
Oh, good to hear.
Classic one to use.
Well, free kick to Gateshead on the far side. As the clock ticks down, we've got about 10 minutes remaining now. And, well, if it stays like this, there can be no complaints from the Gateshead faithful. Be a long trip home for Kidderminster. Good 5 hours on the coach. And you don't like them trips on the end of a 3-0 defeat. But they're certainly not the worst side I've seen here at the International Stadium this year. They've got something about them. And I think once they find their feet, Gateshead were the same last year. We didn't start off that great. But at the moment, Gateshead trying to get the ball through. Is he onside? He is, but dispossessed. I thought that was definitely offside, that. But Gateshead, not the ball clear. Hemming lays the ball back. Wasn't the greatest pass, but Kidderminster still in possession. Ball across to the far side. And now Kidderminster trying to build. But is it too little too late? Gateshead win the header. Goes all the way back through to the Kidderminster defence. So how did he get involved with pitch side then?
Tell you what, sometimes I ask myself, and I think they ask themselves, why, how did I get involved? Biggest regret of their lives. Friend of a friend, it's all about who you know.
It certainly is, isn't it? So whereabouts in the northeast are you originally from then?
Oh, a beautiful land by the name of Fishburn. You know, it's like little mining villages around Durham, Borough area.
Is that near Langley Park?
I don't think so, no.
No, it's not, is it? No.
So that's the thing. Not a proper Geordie, but when you go down south, everyone presumes, and like, no.
Yeah, posh Geordie accent. Yeah. So, but we're Gateshead just happy to pass the ball around. The rain is starting to come down now. It's more of a fine mist out there. The pitch was slick enough already. We'll be getting a little bit slicker. As Hunter plays the ball forward, lovely stuff, and that's a pull. Surely the referee or linesman could see that. Denanga gets to the ball though, and there's an arm round him. Referee, come on, how many times?
I'll tell you what, just because it's 3-0 doesn't mean you get lenient. That's a blatant pull.
Definitely a yellow. Well, it looks like Aidan Rutledge is going to get himself stripped and ready to come on. Yet to open his account. I was just telling one of your colleagues there before, he scored 61 goals last year for Berkeley Town. So we're still waiting for him to get underway here, but it's certainly showing a lot of promise. Stepped up five leagues. So
61 goals. I tell you what, Harlan wishes.
Well, Roy the Rovers stuff if he can get a goal. But he's a big lad, strong. And I'd imagine he'll be replacing the goal scorer, Dinanga, the Bear. As Francis gets it to McBride. McBride tries to pick out Dinanga. He arcs his run, but the ball just carried away and out it goes for a throw on the far side. And I guess that's probably the end we'll see of Dinanga this evening. It is. And Aidan Rutledge, local lad from Lowfell, he's going to get on to try and open his account here and carry on where Dinanga left off. And apparently Barry Lee, my mum, was born in Fishburn.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Barry Lee, I know a Tracy Lee.
See, there we go. You never know. It could be related. Could be his mother's cousin's father. I don't know.
Could be my dad. Yeah, right, Barry.
Substitution for Gateshead, leaving the pitch. Number 9, Marcus Dinanga, being replaced by number 16, Adam Rutledge.
Well, free kick given away there. Little push while the ball was in the air. Kidderminster manager still barking out instructions, Russell Penn. Nate Percival gets it to Caleb Richards. It wasn't a bad game, to be honest, number 3. He's been very involved down the right-hand side. Put in some good crosses.
Should be the time to announce the Gateshead man of the match. Decide who to choose.
Welcome to non-league football.
We choose all of them.
Yeah.
Why not? They've all been great.
I think it's got to be Greg Ollie, the captain, surely. He set up the first and got a great second.
I tell you what, call me greedy. Like Christmas, I want seconds. Give me more goals or fourths, I should say.
Yeah, that's what we want. Get the goal difference up. It already is quite high at the moment. But Gateshead, building still. Ball over the top. Chadwick gets it under control, gets it to Francis. Oh, lovely turn.
Fantastic
flick
ball.
through. And now Chadwick bearing down on goal. Fantastic tackle. For a lovely flick from Rutledge coming on, one of his first touches. And it was to send Chadwick away.
I tell you what, you can't ask for a better ball through than that. Fantastic defending, not giving up Kidderminster.
Well, let's see, we've got about 3.5 minutes remain here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead will give a complete performance this evening. When not BT Sports, TNT Sports were here the other week, I was asked to do an interview before the game, and I made a bold prediction of total football, and it wasn't. But I should have said in the coming weeks. I got it right that way, but tonight certainly has been a fantastic display of what Gateshead are all about. From front to back, the passing has been slick, and it's carved open Kidderminster to great effect. But they're still trying, Gateshead. Down to the dead ball line on the far side. Goes out for a goal kick.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, it's been a pleasure joining you, but I better get back to my day job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure having you on. And hopefully we'll get you on the Heed Army podcast. And let's say we've got about a couple of minutes left here. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that has tuned in, whether you're on the National League TV service. And a little bit of a different vibe tonight with having the lads from Pitchside join us. And why not subscribe to them and see their experience here at the Gateshead game on their channel in the coming days. I'd imagine it might be the weekend that one goes up. But yeah, thank you very much to the Pitchside lads. And we hope the commentary has been all right here today. I know normally with my commentary husband, Mark Carruthers, and unfortunately we weren't able to do it here together today. But we hope that the commentary has still been all right, especially as well from a Kidderminster perspective. I know the game hasn't been the greatest for yourselves. Any Kidderminster fans, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you here with us. As the ball is played across, and Gateshead now carry the ball forward through Grayson. McBride screaming for the ball in the centre. Chadwick plays the ball through. There's nobody there. And Rutledge trying to chase it down. Cleared. And Gateshead absolutely harassing to get the ball back. Ball over the top. There's Kenton Richardson just to give it to Francis. Francis, was he pushed? The referee says no. And it's a throw into Gateshead. Well, we are now into the final minute here at Gateshead Stadium. Gateshead 3, Kidderminster Harriers 0. And it's been one of those performances that has been very easy on the eye as a crossfield ball makes its way through to Hannon, but just skims away and out for a throw on the far side. And we're well into that last minute of normal time as the assistant goes, as the fourth official, should I say, goes to get the board for how long is going to be added on. Hopefully, I mean, there hasn't been that many stoppages. You would imagine maybe 4-5 minutes. Hopefully none of these 13 minutes that we've seen around this season. But Kidderminster driving forward. The game's still not over. They're trying to do something. Hemmings turns his man. Lovely foot control. Can he get a shot off? He did everything up until the finish, but wins a corner. That was lovely stuff from Hemmings. Well, Leasley still full of energy, trots over to take this corner. 4 minutes added on here. As Kidderminster look to get this ball in. In it comes, headed out for another corner. The crosses have been very good from Kidderminster. They just need someone on the end of them. Well, we now wait for another cross to come in from the far side. In it comes. Headed clear, though, by Gateshead. Only as far as the edge of the box, poked clear. Kidderminster chasing down to get this ball. Lovely stuff from Caleb Richards. Was he fouled there? Yes, he was. Free kick. And now another opportunity for them to get the ball into the box. Leasley stands over it. The big men are up there, hovering around the edge of the box towards the penalty area. It's going to be a fast one, I think. Their deliveries have been good. Can they capitalise on one? In it comes. Headed clear by Gateshead. Out it'll go for a throw on the far side towards the corner flag. Well, Chris Lamb said thank you for the commentary. Thank you very much for joining us.
672, including 47 away supporters.
Well, the 47 away supporters getting a fantastic round of applause. As the ball comes into the box, it's a long one. Hasn't been cleared just yet. Now it has. And Gateshead tried to clear their lines and push right out. There's a nice bit of trickery from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Drives down the wing, crosses the ball in. It's a good cross. Headed clear, though, by Rutledge. And now Gateshead just by hook or by crook. And they win a free kick inside the area. But good defensive play. And Rutledge back there to help out on defensive duties. Well, free kick taken, and Gateshead keep the ball moving. Hannant had a bit of a quiet game, Hannant. What he's done well. Hasn't been that involved in too much going forward. Not in and around the box anyway. There's Chadwick. Lays the ball off to McBride. McBride out to Hunter. Hunter now. Plays it back to Kent Richardson. Nothing silly from Gateshead. Just pass the ball into space. McBride gives it to Hunter. Hunter, can he go for a shot? He can. Oh, comes off a Kidderminster player and he's dispossessed there. Ed Francis and Hunter give away a professional one there. Took one for the team. I think he took a poke in the eye for his troubles there as well. But they're made of hard stuff from Lancashire. Now, we now see the ball cleared up towards Amari Smith. Wins the header, falls to Hemmings. Hemmings has got Caleb on the Richards on the out there. Oh, good tackle there from Kent Richardson. And at the moment, you would say that is full time as the referee lifts. Well, he didn't. He's letting it play on. Hemmings cuts past his man and it goes out. Final corner of the game. We are into that full 4 minutes now. Or was it 5 minutes? See, my memory's terrible. But there is a corner. In it comes. It's a deep one, very deep. One in the air by Kidderminster, but it comes overhead. And there is the full-time whistle. Gateshead run out convincing 3-0 winners. The opening goal was a real crowd pleaser. The second one wasn't bad either from Greg Ollie. And then Regan Booty rounded it off. But Denanga, he finished a sublime move for the first goal. And Gateshead, I think it's up to 5th place this evening here. But a massive thank you to everybody. Thank you to the lads from Pitchside for joining us on the Heed Army podcast commentary. Big thank you to everyone that has tuned in National League TV streaming service. It's been an absolute pleasure. Kidderminster, you'll come back stronger in the next one. You certainly weren't a poor side, but today Gateshead were just on fire. And, well, they're going to carry that forward to Maidenhead on Saturday at home. Join us or join the National League streaming service for that. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much, everybody.